Well, hey, church family, I hope this finds you doing well, and happy Wednesday to you. Tonight, we're going to take a moment and we're just going to break from our normal series on community and relationships. And in doing that, I just want to take a moment and unpack some very exciting news that we had to share with you. Over the last several weeks, as a staff and church team, we have been praying and looking and planning and preparing for what it looks like when we come back together as a local church. Over the last many weeks, you now realize that this has been a very fluid situation. As a county and a city and a state, there have been consistent changes, and as a result of that, there's been a very consistent process that we put in place, and that is to do our best to honor our local community officials and also our state leaders, along with the desire that we have to be together again. And so I'm excited to tell you that we have prepared our place for what it looks like for us to begin phasing into our normal church activities. Now, over the next couple of weeks, this will continue to be reevaluated on a daily basis. As a result of even last week, when we made the video that you're about to see, there is new information that's been released from the CDC. And that's exciting and leads us towards the potential of updating things as we move forward. But I'm excited to tell you that we are, as a local church, going to be gathering together soon. And as we do that, you'll hear me say it again and again, continue to walk with grace and wisdom. Grace towards one another and grace towards the body of Christ. And wisdom individually, as you as individuals make decisions that are best for you and your family, and wisdom for us as staff and leaders as we continue to guard and monitor and walk forward in this season. We're not of those who feel fearful, but we're definitely wanting to walk in wisdom. And so thank you, church family. Thanks for your love, your support. We cannot wait to see you soon, and I'm looking forward to you hearing this exciting news as we prepare for Stadium Church 2020. God bless. Well, hey, church family, I just want to take a moment and say how much Amber and I love you. We have so missed our moments together of interaction personally, face-to-face, engaging and telling you how much we believe God has plans and purposes for you. In fact, it has been one of the greatest challenges I have experienced in all of the years of ministry is learning to pastor in this moment. The unknowns, the uncertainty, the emotional ups and downs that we have felt has been very real and genuine. And many of you have experienced the same. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you for continuing to allow us to be your pastor in this season that we're walking through. Can you believe 11 weeks ago, we decided that it was necessity for us to move to an online service. 11 weeks have now come and gone as of this recording. And so it's so incredible. As I look back, I think of three things. One, I realize that God has been so faithful. There is this season of my life that I will go back and chart and say how faithful God has been to me, to Amber, to our children, and to us as a church. I will say two, I love the local church. It has always been a passion of mine, but even more so in this moment. I love the local church and what it means for communities, what it means for individuals, and all the things that connect from that local church. And then three, thank you for your faithfulness. You have been so incredible in texts, calls, emails, messages to one another, encouraging one another, speaking life to one another, checking and calling on those who are maybe elderly or maybe susceptible to this virus. You have went above and beyond, and I just salute you as your pastor. And I say thank you for your faithfulness in giving. God has so blessed us as a church family in this moment because you have been faithful, and we say thank you. Over the course of these last 11 weeks, we've been able to bless ministries and partners, not only just in the United States, but around the world in missions and what God is doing. Also in this season, we have come alongside communities in West Kansas that are suffering dearly, and we have blessed them with food and produce and potatoes and meals and incredible moments. In fact, one of our businesses, Pinky's, has provided free meals for the past 3 weeks as of this video, and our Light for the Lost Cook team has helped come alongside them and provide some of those resources. And As a church family, we partner with Convoy of Hope, and we've supplied resources for this community and Great Bend and Hugoton and Tribune and Liberal, and God is doing amazing things. And I love it because we as a church are not using this sorrow and this disappointment of not connecting face-to-face, engaging personally in a building at 702 Campus Drive. But we have said the church is us. And so I'm so thankful that you've modeled what we've said all along. Now I want to share some exciting news with you. And as I do that, I want to also temper that excitement with some words of pastoral wisdom. And so I want to help you. In the month of June, we're excited to announce that we are beginning Stadium Church. Now you say Stadium Church, it makes sense now. Yes, we are so excited because of a partnership with Garden City Community College and President Ryan Ruda that they are allowing us to use this stadium for our Sunday activities during the month of June. And so we say thank you to them. We continue to celebrate the relationship and the partnership that has been forged over these last 10 years. And we love what God is doing here in our community. And so in the month of June, we're inviting you to join with us. We're going to have a live service. We're going to preach. We're going to worship. We're going to pray together. And we're going to enjoy the presence of God in some beautiful West Kansas weather. Now, for those of you that hear that and you immediately are tampered with, I don't feel safe yet. Here's what I want to speak to you. We totally understand, and we understand that uncomfortableness. And so here's what we're inviting you to do. Every Sunday at 8:30 and 10:30, we will still have an online service. It will look a little different than the way it has in the last 11 weeks, but we will have online services at both of those time slots. And so we invite you, if you feel uncomfortable with mass gatherings at this moment, stay home. Do what is wise in your eyes in this moment, and do what makes you comfortable in mass gathering events. And so I encourage you, stay home. And here's what I'll say to you. There is not a lack of faith because of you not attending this event or these services. And for those of you that celebrate and are excited about the possibility of joining together, your invitation to come and you're accepting that does not mean you have an abundance of faith or you're superior in your faith. Absolutely not. Here's what I would encourage us to do. We have wisdom and we have grace. And so in this season, as we're navigating uncharted territory, let me encourage you. Walk with grace. Ask the Lord to give you wisdom. And in doing that, we as a church family, we will celebrate what God is doing in our life and in the life of our community of faith. And so here's what we encourage you to do. Do what makes you comfortable as we move into a very new season of church services. If you need to stay home and watch the service, do that. If you want to come and be a part of our church services, do that. We will still practice social distancing for this season. We will also have opportunities for you to sanitize your hands. The facility will be cleaned before and after each event. Not only that, but it will be sterilized and cleaned, and it's gonna be a great opportunity for you as a church family to have service together. We're having one service. Outdoor church is happening with our families. So be prepared for that. Families, bring snacks for the kids. Bring crayons and coloring books. We will provide some of those resources for you, but we want you to engage as a church and as a family. And we will be preparing for what God has in store for us in the future, believing this: God is charting the path that we're on. And so I love you, church family. I can't wait to see you soon. God bless.